Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. It is great to be back with you. I was away for a week on holiday, had a really good, nice, refreshing break. Now, I always get one of these questions when it comes to tool selection. And one of the biggest questions is about habit trackers and to-do list applications, because they're very similar to some extent. Applications, for example, like Stride or Habitify, an application like Todoist and TickTick. You tick things off in those lists and they either occur or you can actually set up a specific routine for both of them. So within both of these applications, the premise is very similar. So what a lot of people want to know a lot of the time is, do I need both of them, or do I just need one of them, or do I just use my to-do list application as my habit tracker? So obviously it's quite a complex question depending on who you ask, but let's take an example for someone who is looking to produce a new habit. Let's say they want to start meditating, then this might be a good opportunity to utilize a habit tracker. A habit tracker is always a good way to be able to set up a habit and routinely check it off in the mornings or evenings, or setting a specific time every 2 days to complete this. And it's also not just good for positive habits like meditating or reading or learning, it's also good for negative habits like trying to stop smoking or other such things. So my rule of thumb for habit trackers is you should really have a habit tracker if you've probably got more than 5 habits to manage that you want to be able to keep track of. And the main reason behind that is because you could probably, if it's just 1 or 2 or 3 different items, you could probably set up a recurring reminder inside of your to-do list application if it has such a function, which the majority of them do. For example, if you had 1 or 2 of them, like meditate or read a few pages of the book, then I guess you could bundle it inside of your to-do list application. Now, of course, if you want 2 applications to separate the 2, that's totally fine. But if you're looking to reduce the amount of accounts you have and reduce the amount of applications you're using, then using a to-do list application just below 5 habits you want to maintain is definitely possible. Now, the real benefit with habit tracking is the layer that it adds on top. So for example, some habit trackers like Stride and Streaks, I know does it, Habitify, they produce reports in the form of statistics on how well you're progressing. So for example, you can see whether you've broken a streak or whether you've maintained a streak for a certain period of time and how well you've done it in terms of percentage, and also much more information across time. So there's that benefit of having that layer to it. If you've got a to-do list application, it is really not as common to have a feature like this inside of it. Even if you're using an app like Todoist, Karma doesn't give you that sort of data when it comes to producing a healthy routine. So it's really important to be able to see whether the habit tracker is beneficial for that for you. So another situation you might be in is if you've got a habit that you do pretty routinely already, maybe past 90 days, then that's not necessarily something you should add to a to-do list app or habit tracker. If it becomes second nature to you, then definitely you can just do it without noticing. But if it's something that you've done over 90 days and you want to keep on a routine basis and you've got less than 5 habits to monitor, then probably just add it to your to-do list application. There's probably no point in getting a habit tracker because you don't necessarily want to see extra additional data. So there are my rules around habits versus tasks. If you've got less than 5 habits that you want to track, add it in your to-do list application. Number 2, if you have a habit that has gone over 90 days, then it's probably, chances are you're going to learn that from second nature, so add it to your to-do list application. And 3, if you're really begging to learn about a new habit and how you're progressing on it in terms of the data and statistic, then that's probably when to get a habit tracker. So folks, obviously it's different for lots of different situations, but hopefully that helped you to refine or expand your use of a productivity software. But folks, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do let me know in the comments how you use a habit tracker and a to-do list application. It'd be great to hear. But thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Cheerio, folks.